So I knew that the alternative was being kidnapped by a satanic cult and being unalived, but being safe was not pleasant. We would either be with my grandmother, the cult leader, in her fancy house, but like very unwelcome in that house. I actually slept in a sleeping bag on top of the maid guest bed because there wasn't supposed to be any sign that I was there. And then I just kept up the habit. And I remember one of my roommates in college was like, why do you sleep in a sleeping bag on top of your maid bed? So we would live with Gma, the cult leader, until she would be like done with us. And then we'd go and live in like absolute squalor. We lived in this tiny trailer park, and we were the tiniest trailer in the whole trailer park. And in the winter, it would just never ever get warm. I remember being in the room that I slept, and I was like, it's so cold in here. I've got to figure this out. And there was like a draft coming from under my bed. And so I moved my bed, and I could literally see the snow outside on the ground through the floor. And so I just took garbage from around because there was just garbage everywhere, and I like stuffed it in the hole to try to keep myself warm. My mom didn't usually cook, but when she did, she made like these huge, like a whole ham and like all these different sides. And then she would just sleep for days in her bed and nothing would get put away. So my brother and I would just eat off of that food left on the table for like weeks. I remember one of my trailer park friends coming over, and just I was hungry, so I was just like eating ham off the table. She's like, doesn't that have to be in the fridge? And like it had been out there for weeks. And then there were times where we would just run out of food and just get hungrier and hungrier, or the only thing that we had. I remember one time the only food we had in the house was like this huge Costco size thing of green beans, and then this humongous Costco size jar of sauerkraut. I don't even know if the best cook can think of how to make like 2 weeks of meals with that. I couldn't eat canned green beans for like years.